Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody? Let's go ahead and start up with any success stories, any failures, any issues that you had out there in the field. But before we do that, just want to say good morning specifically to Josh Garman.
What's up, buddy?
How are you, man? I'm super stoked to see you.
Yeah, I took over as a service manager over here, and there was a transition period. So I haven't been able to attend or participate like I want to, but things are starting things are starting to calm down now. So it's good to see you guys.
Good to see you, dude. Cool. All right. Hey, Brian, you want to go ahead and mute if you're, or did you have something to say?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me.
All right. Well, come on, guys. Let's participate. This is your meeting, so let's not hang out in the stands.
Well, it's gonna be that kind of meeting, I guess.
Well, Dana, you're gonna have to call on some people.
All right, let's see here.
I'll chime in. So my biggest issue I've been having this month is credit declines. What's y'all suggestion on that?
You know, that's a really hard one, man. But what I've found is, like if a customer isn't able to get approved on their own, that sometimes they might be able to have like a best friend or, a cousin, brother, sister, mother, aunt, uncle, family member who might be willing to help them out in an emergency, especially in someone with your trade like air conditioning. And you're not always going to be able to make that work, but you have to insist on it, because a lot of people don't want to ask for help. But I've asked that same exact question to Gene before, and he gave me the exact same answer that I'm giving you. And it takes something to really insist to a customer to do that. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if put yourself in their shoes. Like you wouldn't want to have to. It's embarrassing, you know.
Yeah,
They have bad credit. They've got no money, and it's kind of it's a very personal thing. So, that's what I've done, and I've had good success with it, but I've also not. I've also had people like, no, like I'm just absolutely not gonna ask for help. I've even had people like run their daughter's credit, their
oh yeah,
their their moms, their cousins, like, and still like the whole family get denied, dude. So it's
yeah.
like,
Been running into a lot of that myself.
um,
I
Yeah.
think I've had this month. Let me pull it up. I think 6 or 7 credit declines for about 125,000 in revenue.
Do you guys have a low credit score financing option or a lease to own option?
Yeah, so we do. We've got one. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Palmetto. That one's really good for us. That's a lease, but a lot better than like the Mycroft or the Terms or any of that. Most people can't afford those type of programs, right? They're like 500 plus a month, um, and they end up paying like $95,000. So
Yeah, the lease to own things are, they're kind of an emergency, nuclear option.
yeah.
So I don't recommend them, in most cases. But oh, I got another work call coming in.
cool. So, I'll go ahead and start off. Yesterday, I I actually I had see I had the two or three. Four. Oh, yesterday I had four service calls. My first service call, I sold $19,110. Um, and the customer assumed that we were gonna. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because Josh froze. So I didn't know if it was me or Josh. My first service call yesterday, I sold $19,110. That was off of a membership inspection. All my guys all the time are like, "Oh, I hate membership inspections. They're the worst calls, period. Like they're a loss leader. We don't make any money on them. The clients aren't looking to spend any money." And I those are my favorite calls because I literally get to go inside your home and look at everything. And you're gonna get what you put into it. You know what I mean? My guys, they'll go to a membership inspection for plumbing and they'll drain a water heater or serve flush a tankless water heater, and then like they'll get the hell out of there, and then they'll tell me that, oh well, like membership inspections don't work. And I'm like, well, did you check their water pressure? Was it high? Like, did you check their emergency shutoffs underneath the sinks? Like, did you build a list the way that I've told you to do it? And they say yes, but the way that they run those calls with literally $0, I know that that couldn't be true. um when I go into a membership inspection, dude, I check everything. I literally test their water quality for chlorine, for hard water. I check for I even camera their sewer line for free. I flush their water heater. Like I go above and beyond. Like a membership inspection for me it takes like 1 to 2 hours, you know? And so I did this membership inspection and it took me like 2 hours. I initially walked out with about $5,800, and then I went back yesterday and I turned it into an additional 19,000. That was my first call, just based off building a list, right? Asking thought-provoking questions and just doing the doing the process the way that Jeans taught me how to do it. Nothing out of this world, you know. My second call, this one, I was kind of like mind blown. I've never had somebody spend this much money with me for toilets. This dude dropped 15 grand on two toilets, bro.
I
That's it.
saw that.
Literally two toilets. And I knew that he had money to spend, and I had looked at the customer history record, which by the way, like is super important. If you guys aren't checking to see like what these customers have purchased it with previous technicians before, you're screwing up. It kind of gives you an idea. Like you'll know, like if you see where someone has spent like 10 grand one time or whatever, and then four or five zero tickets after that, or smaller ones after that, like, or they just spend money every single time. Like that's what I look for. And anyways, I saw that this customer had used us one time 2 years ago, spent $15,000 on a water filtration system, and he lives in a $5 million house. So I was like, okay, bet. So all he called me out for was that his shower was clogged. His shower drain was clogged and it was puddling up at his feet. And so I went over there and I took a look at the shower and I was like, okay, no big deal. I'll take care of that for you. It's probably just hair. And he's like, hey, while you're here, you can you take a look at these two toilets? Yeah, sure. What are you looking for? Uh, and he's, oh, I'm just looking for a bidet toilet. I went to Japan and I really love the way that it shoots water up my ass. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I completely understand how you feel. Those are cool toilets. And I told him, well, would you like to know what most of my clients have me do when we run into this situation? Literally, I said it just like that. And I felt stupid because I didn't think he was the exact time or place for that. But he was like, yeah, no, I would love that. Like, what do your clients do when you want a bidet toilet? And I was like, well, this is my most popular one for people who can afford it. It's literally what I told him. And when I said that, I knew I was using herd and pack mentality. And he was like, oh, okay. Wow, those are really expensive. He goes, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in renovations on this house. This is nothing." He goes, yeah, go ahead and order them and take care of it. And so really all I did was just make a suggestion, but really what I felt really got him going for it was just letting him know, like, hey, like this is what people are going for when they can afford it. And so I kind of put him into that category, which uh like put him up on a pedestal, but then also made him feel good that hey, like other people are also buying this. You know what I mean? And people are strong in numbers and feel comfortable with that. So that was actually a very, very easy sale, but I know that for some people that would have been kind of challenging to tell them 15 grand for two toilets. I mean, even I think that that's just fucking insane. Um, that
Yeah, that's a good job, man.
that let's see, my third call. Oh, my third call, dude. This actually, you know what? This was a failure, kind of, sorta. I'm not really too mad about it. I went to a call for a leaking water heater. It was this very, very Indian dude. And me and Josh have had this conversation before. Like it's just like in their DNA, dude, to like want to haggle and they just want like the lowest price and like they get three or four bids. Well, this Indian gentleman, he did the whole nine with me. He didn't care about any of my process. He didn't care about any of my questions. He just was like, I need the best price. I need the best deal. I need the best product. Like, how can you prove it to me? And he's like, I gotta get three or four bids. That's what I've always done. And I actually got this dude to sign with me. I got this dude to sign with me. He gave me a deposit. He signed my contract. He trusted me. And he was like, I don't usually do this. But you really just, I don't know. He's like, there's something about you where like I'm just gonna go with you today. And I was like, okay, cool. I was kind of getting the water heater prepped and ready for install for my installers this morning. And he comes out and he goes, hey, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but my daughter just told me I didn't even know I have home warranty for this house. They'll cover this.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, dude, like, how do I save this? Because, I already have a contract. I already got my deposit. I've done a little bit of work, so I could take like a service call fee or whatever. No big deal if I really do lose the job. And the daughter's like, nope, get the hell out of my dad's house. Like, we have home warranty. And I told her, I was like, okay, well, why don't we just submit my invoice to home warranty? I was like, I did home warranty work for years. I know how to get this claim approved. I was like, I'm not a preferred vendor for them, and they're not going to pay my whole bill. But did you know that if you want to use home warranty, you actually have to call them before you call any service provider? Otherwise, they'll deny your claim in some situations. And she was like, yeah, you know what? I actually did know that. My dad's put me in a really bad situation here. I was like, okay, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we get them on the phone and let's see if we can't get this approved. That way it's a win-win. Your dad didn't do something bad. You get this nice tankless water heater. And she was like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds great. So we get on the phone with them, and of course they did. They denied her claim. And then when they denied her claim, dude, she flipped the switch on me. She was like, I literally own like 20 properties, and I don't care what you say. If you think it's the best deal or the best this or the best that, she goes, you guys are a fucking ripoff. And she hung up on me, dude. And like, I thought that I just had everything going for me, and I just didn't. When that woman flipped like that, I didn't know what to do. So, Josh, what could I have done?
Some customers you're going to have that are that way. You bend over backwards, you do everything you can for them, and they're just those two percenters. Um, Something that I've found here being a service manager is I walk around with a fire extinguisher attached to my hip all day long. And so I deal with difficult customers all day. The biggest thing that's helped me with the difficult customers is just building rapport with them on a personal level. You build a rapport with them on a personal level with those difficult customers, then they start to have a familial bond with you and they're less likely to blow up at you. Now, you are going to have those one or two percenters that you can't do nothing about. Um, but if you do build a good rapport with them, 80% of the time, I would say, you're met with more success than failures.
And I completely agree with you. In that situation, I was kind of like a trespasser to this woman. She has no idea what's going on, and out of nowhere, she gets a call from her dad, who she takes care of. She's kind of like the guardian for him, And she's like, what the hell are you talking about, Dad? Like, who the fuck is this person? So, as I completely agree with you, and I have nothing more to say about that, I was a trespasser to this woman. I was literally like breaking into her house as far as she was concerned. So, yeah, that's what I got. Can you guys hear me? Cool. Anthony, what's going on, man?
What's up? What's going on? Uh, yeah, not yesterday. I had one call. The guy was super busy. I should have rescheduled it. He was extremely busy. He was in a phone meeting the whole time. He also had this really crazy dog that was just like wanted just to kill me. Like I was scared.
Really?
I should have.
Have you ever had a dog actually attack you?
Yeah, I got attacked.
Like a customer's dog?
I got it. There's a golden retriever, and the guy was like, "I don't know what's wrong with my golden retriever. He's just crazy, and he hates he tries to attack everyone." Well, the guy was bringing him upstairs by his collar. The dog slipped its collar, and it ran at me. Um, Luckily, it couldn't fight very well, and I was able to like just put my knee on it and put him on the ground and hold him down. But he was trying. He tried to bite me. I just don't think his heart was in it, you know.
Dude,
Other than
I had a customer one time. I'm a French bulldog lover. I've had so many French bulldogs, dude. And this customer French, but if you've ever seen one before, they're the sweetest dogs. Like they don't attack you. Period. They're the worst guard dog. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
And I had this customer with the cutest Frenchie, and the Frenchie comes up to me and he's jumping on me, right? And I don't think anything of it because my best friend Thor, who actually passed, like last year, he would do that. He would jump up on you, no big deal. So my other French bulldog Stella jumps on you, like they just jump on you and they lick you to death. That's it.
yeah,
Well, this dog's jumping on me just like most dogs do, right?
yeah,
And out of nowhere, dude, like I think I'm petting him. He's biting the shit out of my hand, like hurting me. I'm like, yo, this dog is aggressive. What the hell? Like foaming at the mouth because I wasn't even looking at the dog. I'm talking to the customer with my head straight, eye contact with the customer, and I'm petting the dog, thinking that like it's licking me or whatever. No, all of a sudden, dude, like my hand it hurts, and I look down and it's foaming at the mouth, biting the crap out of me, and I shove the dog, and then it comes at me, and I kicked it, dude, in front of the customer. And I've never been in this situation before, ever. Never,
yeah,
ever in my life been in this situation. I'm like, yo, I'm right. My back was facing the garage door, so I popped behind the garage door, and the woman started screaming, "Don't hurt my dog!" I'm like, "Don't hurt my dog, dude. Your dog's biting the shit out of me." And
yeah,
I thought for sure, dude, that I was gonna lose out on that sale. I was literally there quoting two tankless water heaters, two 40 gallons for two 40-gallon tank water heaters to convert to. I'll never forget this. The two
yeah,
tankless water heaters. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh, dude, I for sure blew the sale on this one.
yeah.
Well, she comes out and she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can I go ahead and sign your contract, please? I was like, oh, thank God.
Just get out. Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go on.
No, yeah, no problem. I had some little Shih Tzu attack me too, but it didn't hurt. But I was like, "Hey, your dog just bit me," and they're like, "No, he didn't." No, he didn't. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. Yeah. On this call, I should have just rescheduled it. I don't know why I didn't. Uh, 'Cause he was extremely busy. I just feel like on like a free like membership maintenance call, asking them like, hey, do you have any time constraints? Because in their, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. In their eyes, you're just there just you know uh yeah, clean a flame sensor and clear a drain line and stuff like that, right?
I mean, that's a mindset, dude. If you walk into the house with that kind of mindset, that's all you're ever going to get out of it. It's kind of like what I've told you, about how my belief system. and how I just run in life, period. So I always try to make the most out of it. It's like, if you go into those service calls and that you think that that's all they want and they don't have any intention of spending any money with you, well, then that's exactly what's going to happen every single time, no matter what.
Yeah. It was just extremely difficult to communicate because I had to do the greeting with him on the, him still on the phone,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was super weird. I should have been like, hey, is there a better time that I could come back here when you're not on a meeting? Because people expect like, hey, what if I have repairs sometimes, So yeah, that was kind of dropping the ball, but I did write him up like a lengthy report. I sent him a text message and said, hey, there's a few things I'd like to talk, that we should talk about. And I didn't send anything to him until I'm just trying to get him to call me. So to build some anticipation for it or something like that, curiosity. So,
have you ever considered FaceTiming the client to show them things if they're not there?
I mean, he was there. He was just on the phone in a meeting, and he literally just like, hey, when you're ready to go in the backyard and switch with the dogs, just send me a text message. You go outside. I'll bring my crazy dog inside. That way you could work on the AC from there. So it was 100% a call that we should have rescheduled. But yeah, to answer your question though, I have done one on FaceTime and it worked out pretty good with me. We ended up selling them a system. Yeah. So
one of my biggest calls I ever sold. I never thought to do this before, but I FaceTimed my customer while he was like in Seattle or something. I was doing a camera inspection.
Yeah.
And the guy, like, he was super mad because, actually, sorry to call him out, it was Joshua Ruiz was there. He's one of my guys that's on here, and he had went there and charged him for a sewer jetting, and then the sewer jetting didn't work out. So I'm going over there, and the guy's like, dude, screw you guys. Like, you guys are just a ripoff. I'm never going to use you again. Like, that kind of situation,
Yeah.
And I went over there, and I just cameraed the line, and I FaceTimed him while I did it, and I shared my screen because my sewer camera, I don't have a monitor on it. It goes through an app that's connected via Bluetooth. So I did that and then FaceTime him and shared my screen, so as if he was right there with me. And I literally sold that guy another $42,000 from a customer that was like livid and upset and hated us and was never going to use us again. And I would have never thought to do that, but that was another little tip and trick that Gene had said, like, hey, like, how does he know that that's his sewer line? Or how do they know that that's their attic? So that was it's a pretty powerful tool, dude, that we have that I don't think most techs use.
Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. I need to get one of those cameras. But yeah, I've went up to a furnace and there's a bunch of mold. I FaceTimed him because the wife was like, "Oh, I don't really make the decisions." And I just put him on the camera. I'm just like, "What's that?" And he was like, "Oh, I kind of looks like dirt." I said, "What grows in a dark, damp place when there's a food source?" And he was just like, "Oh." And yeah, we ended up doing a bunch of stuff with him. So that worked out pretty well. Outside of that, that was the first time I tried it. But that was pretty recently, like last week.
Boom. Give him a boom in the comments.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and open up the floor. This is your meeting and not mine. Any success stories, any failures? We got Gene on here now. We got Josh. Let's get it rolling.
And then there were crickets.
I mean, I'll keep going.
Let's go, dude. You're really good at getting out of the stands and on the court.
Yeah. Outside of that, the only other call I had yesterday, I mean, it was a pretty easy call. I just did, they called because the owner's daughter who occupies the home is like really paranoid about like mold and stuff like that. The daughter is sick, and they wanted to get it done, and they worked with several other contractors who were pretty horrible for them. In fact, they didn't even like let them finish the work. So I went there, I installed the Breathe Easy, like a whole home air purifier, and I replaced the duct that didn't get finished.
How are you establishing a need for the indoor air quality stuff, brother?
Depends on if there's mold or not. But I'm trying to go do the script as closely as possible.
So let's
script.
say that there is some growth. How would you establish need?
In an ideal situation, I'll get them in the attic, show them the growth. And
yep. So I'm in the attic with you.
Yeah. What does that look like to you, Gene?
That looks like some sort of mold.
Yeah. And were you aware that 1 square inch of that mold contains up to 1 million spores? And when your system turns on, it spreads out your house, comes out your vents, you breathe it in, becomes part of your body. It's kind of like you're not on the top of the food chain anymore. And were you aware that it causes itchy, watery eyes, headaches, lack of sleep, or trouble sleeping, memory issues, and I'm drawing a blank there. Sore throat, stuffy nose.
So that's 6. Anthony, do you remember when we placed the pictures around the room in Dallas?
Yes.
Cool. So that should be available inside of the files section. Brittany created one that's actually got a bunch of pictures. You could take those and print them out and put them somewhere in your house that'll help you remember.
Okay. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, they should be in the files section. Angel, if you would, please jump into the files section for me and let me know whether or not you can find the word pictures.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
Yeah, then you list that and you say it's not good. Would you like to know what our clients have us do when we come across this situation?
Please.
They have us install one of our Breathe Easy packages.
Okay.
And you want me to take care of that for you?
Okay, cool. So what are the 2 reasons that people spend money?
To escape pain and experience pleasure.
So, and which one of those 2 did you accomplish?
Pain. So I want to paint the picture. That's what I skipped that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do they have you do?
They install one of our Breathe Easy packages. Sorry, I am driving right now. I'm trying to find somewhere where I could pull over.
I can see that.
Yeah. Once we get this done.
Afterwards, they tell us
that I am getting a phone call right now. I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
good,
not
bro. We can jump to
time.
somebody else. No problem. You're way too distracted, brother.
Yeah, I'll jump right back in.
Cool. Who's next? Let's get some of the new guys on the floor. Brian, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Just battling these credit declines. My demise this month.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that something that is just starting to happen?
No, it comes in waves, really, it seems like. I won't see one for a good little while, maybe sporadically, but here lately, this month alone, I have, let's see, 6 credit declines for $124,000.
Yeah, that blows.
Yeah.
Who are you guys using for your financing?
So we use a lot of different ones. We do Lowe's and Home Depot, so we have those financing for those calls. We've got Good Leap. We've got Palmetto, which has been really good for me. And then, which it's a leasing type program, but not like a Microsoft with those crazy high payments.
Sure.
It comes with air filters, preventative maintenance, and 10-year P&L, all for 10 years. So That one works really well, and it only needs a 625, but people just don't have credit these days, man.
Well, it seems like they do, but you're running into a wave of people that don't, right?
Right. And that's
How
how it
about
happens in waves.
how about the rest of you guys? Have you guys seen any sort of change in the approval rates? Anybody? Xavier says no. Some head shaking would be just fine too if you guys don't want to turn on your audio. Joshua and Josh, shake your heads yes or no. Have you guys been seeing a flurry of credit declines? No? Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know because I have seen that in the industry before where all of a sudden banks just tighten up, right?
Mm.
Brian, you guys got a pretty big company over there?
Yeah. So as far as comfort advisors, we have 22, I believe.
Okay.
We have 20 install crews.
Um, when you are looking for a super low payment for your client, what is the lowest payment factor that you're aware of?
So it depends on which type of lead it is. For example, like Home Depot's got some really good stuff. They've got like a 15 year, it's 6 months, no payment, no interest, and then 6.99%.
Okay.
So that's the lowest payment I can get. Usually get them between 100 and 150 a month.
So that's awesome. Not exactly the question that I had. Do you know what a payment factor is?
Yeah. So, do I know how to explain it? Not exactly, but I do know.
So what is the payment factor for that 180 month 6.95 program?
Yeah. So it's like 1.7. Does that sound about right? Something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty significant payment factor.
I might be wrong. It might be 0.7.
0.7 would be the best I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, then
So the only reason I ask is because I'm hooked up with a company called Watercress that has got a payment factor of 0.94.
Okay.
So for every $10,000 the client finances, it's only a $94 payment. And it keeps the payments really, really, really low. I think that the best rate on that is 7.95, but it would work really, really good for your non-Home Depot customers.
And what does that look like? What are they looking for approval?
It's multi-tiered.
Based on credit.
Yep. Yeah. So
what's that called? Watercress?
Watercress, CRESS. Message me after the meeting, and I will connect you with one of the people over there so that you don't have to go through a gauntlet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a fan-friggin-tastic program. Anybody else that needs that as well, the company's got to be financing. Like they won't take on anybody that's not going to do at least $3 million a year with them. But with a company your size, that's no big deal, right? You guys doing that weekly?
I've almost done that myself already.
Exactly. I forgot what I was going to say. Happens. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I got some while you're thinking.
Go ahead, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, brother. I mean, glad to be able to make the time to come in and do this. I was, thinking about I think it was the call to close scenarios that you were telling me about, and so I basically did just that the other day with an angry customer. I had the technician have me on FaceTime. We went over all the pressures and delta T and all of the technical stuff, while the customer could hear me talking to him. And then I introduced myself, just waiting for the customer, pretty much the full scenario that we had discussed. And, we had an issue where the system was full of biological growth. It was an 8-year-old system, and it was low on refrigerant. So that also contributed to that. It wasn't, cooling properly, evaporating properly. And we ended up doing a sale for a $18,000 side discharge 18-seer system.
Nice.
Went from a pissed off customer to a happy customer, all over the phone with my technician. When the technician got in his van afterwards, he's like, I can't believe you just did that.
I love it.
I don't always have the time to do that as a full-time service manager, but when I do, it works.
No, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on that. You the man. What else do we got, guys? Let's do some questions or let's do some success stories or anything that you need help with at all. More than happy to teach a little lesson, whatever it is that you guys need. Go ahead, Joshua.
Hi, good morning. So yesterday, I finished the repipe, just finished strapping, and then from after that, I ran a call. I installed a couple angle stops and installed the faucet for a bathroom. It was about $1,000 that I made with that call. And after that call, my buddy was doing like a water heater maintenance for 2 water heaters on that property. So I was just basically on standby. I called the office and I asked them if it was all right for me to go to that call with him, just to, give him a little hand. And then from there, he was already pretty much wrapping it up. And I noticed a fitting on a water heater that was leaking before, but it wasn't leaking at that time when we were maintaining the water heater. But yeah, I was able to, instead of a repair, we went with tankless replacement. So from $600, we made like about a $7,000 sale.
Freaking awesome, man.
That was pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Well done. Boom.
Yeah,
Give it up in the chat, y'all. Joshua, question on that call. What kind of water treatment system did they have?
They did have a full house water filtration system.
But what kind?
What kind? Pelican, or I think that's what it's called, a Pelican. Yeah.
Culligan?
Pelican. There you go. My bad. Yeah.
Okay. Could have been Pelican. You never know, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you do a water test?
I did not do a water test. I have to get one of those testers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why would I ask you that question, do you think?
To see if it's working how it's supposed to.
Yeah. 100%. And it might even if it is, it's just another little added value for the client, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and test the water, make sure that softening system or that water treatment system is working perfectly for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna grab a tester. I'm gonna go back today to install the water heater. So we check the pressures, we check a little bit of like shower valves and stuff like that, adjusting the temperatures.
Sure.
Yep. I'm gonna check the water today.
What do you think is enemy number one that we should be picking on when it comes to water?
The number one. Yeah.
What was that?
Chlorine.
Yeah.
Cool. And Joshua, why? Can you give me some of the negative side effects of us being exposed to chlorine?
Being exposed to chlorine, cancer, what is it called? Itchy skin, like what's the word I'm looking for?
Rashes?
Yeah, like rashes. Dry skin, hair. That's all I have.
Okay. Have you viewed the chlorine questions yet that are in the training here?
No, I haven't.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, I have got some great stuff for you. Do you have the class manual?
The class manual, yes.
Okay, so in your plumbing class manual, there should be some chlorine questions. If not, just go into the files section of the Facebook group and you'll be able to find them. And it gives you all of the negative side effects of drinking or bathing in that stuff. All right?
Okay.
If you can get like 10 or 12 of those negative side effects down, you will begin to sell a lot more water treatment.
Okay.
Like, and by the way, How many features and benefits do you have memorized now?
Memorize. I'm about the same.
What you
Same.
doing over there, dog?
It's been a long week last week with this repipe. Then I've been moving. So just barely settling in.
You own headphones, right?
Yeah.
Um, how could you get training while you're doing a repipe?
Record myself.
Yep,
Listen to recordings. Yep.
100%.
Yeah. I started doing that and then I stopped. But yeah, I do have recordings of myself of the features and benefits. So I will start doing that again.
I know that you want to get that house for your lady and your kids,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
It's not gonna happen fast unless we're really putting in that time. So let's at least listen to some of the training while you're doing some of the manual labor, right?
Okay.
And eventually it will start to stick. The other thing you can do, Joshua, is right. Do you know when your subconscious is most open? What time of the day?
No, I don't.
So you weren't aware that when right before you fall asleep and right after you wake up, that your subconscious is most open to memorizing this stuff. So if you play this in like an earbud or something like that as you're falling asleep, your subconscious will begin to pick it up.
Okay.
So I know that every time I talk to you, that you haven't done something that you want to do, you talk about being busy. And consider that we make time for the things that are important to us in life. And that we all have the same number of hours in a day, and you have got the time. You just got to find it, brother. All
Okay.
right. So
Yep.
I want you to become bulletproof, homie. I want you to start seeing like the kind of success that you're able to have, man. And a lot of the success that Dana's been having. So, couple little tips for you. Hopefully you'll take advantage of it. Is there anything specifically out there, Joshua, that you're struggling with right now that I can help you with, other than
Um.
putting the time aside to actually get the training in?
No. No. Everything's been going pretty good. Um. No. It's been going pretty good. I mean, I could do better, But other than that, I feel like this training is helping me. Like the features and benefits. I mean, it's just like at the moment when I'm with the client, it's like I don't know. I don't want to say I turn into like a character. It's something else than role playing, for me. So it's the moment is where it just kicks in, and it brings out like the sales. Not I don't know salesman or what to
Mm-hmm.
call it. So it's just like in the
The
moment.
communicator,
Yeah.
the counselor, the helper,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's what a salesperson really is. It's somebody who helps people at a very high
Mm-hmm.
level. It's not a bad word. The other thing, can, permission to speak very candidly with you, sir.
Yeah.
May I have permission to speak really
Yep.
candidly and maybe even hurt your feelings?
Yep. Go ahead.
You promise? You
Shoot it.
promise it's okay?
Yeah. I promise it's all right.
Consider cleaning up the beard a little bit.
Okay.
All
Yeah, I
right?
have an appointment later on today, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll clean
Consider
it up.
cleaning it up. Just between you and I, what I have seen from people when, like, for instance, Shiloh Gill is on the call right now. He works with Cool Hand Electric out in Dallas. And when Shiloh, or when he works with a guy, oh my God, his name just escaped me. Shiloh, what's my man's name that had the
Looks
big long
strange.
beard? What's that?
Sorry, I
Tori,
thought
Tori
Tori,
Jackson.
Tori, yeah. So Tori came out to this mansion event that we were doing, and I had my barber there. And Tori had this big, long, scraggly beard, and his hair was kind of a little bit out of whack. Don't get self-conscious. I can see you touching your beard now.
I see the side of my hair pointing out.
Yeah, and we
Gotta
we
brush it
sat
up.
him down in the chair, and I convinced him to allow me to have the barber cut his hair the way that we wanted to cut it, right? And we trimmed him up so that it was just long enough to where you could still see the skin through it just a little bit. And we shaped it all up for him. And man, he got out of that chair. He walked into the bathroom, looked at himself, and he came out with tears in his eyes. He looked so freaking good. And he has kept it that way ever since. He hasn't gone back to the long beard style. I don't think there's anything wrong with beards. I really don't. And some people, there's some trust issues. Some people, not at all. But it's like if you are a person that shaves, you typically shave daily, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've found that a lot of times when guys start to grow beards, they skip that grooming step. So if you've got a beard, line it up daily, right? Get yourself some trimmers so that you can keep it the same length, right? And every couple of days, just take a little tiny bit off, right? Just keep it clean, man. The way that you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I don't ever want anything about my appearance to affect the client in a way where I won't be able to help them. That's all. And just between you and I never grew a beard when I was out in the field. I didn't grow a beard until I sold my first company. And even when I go and I do training nowadays, I might have a beard for a few days. Like I got like 2 days worth of stubble right now. But I will clean it up before I go in and I train other guys. It's just a standard is all. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's just a standard. So consider that, brother. I think it'll actually bring a higher level of respect to you from the clients that you're working with if you're super clean about it. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
And thank you for not getting butthurt about that conversation. A lot of people get butthurt about their beards.
Yeah, no biggie.
I look at the screen here, and everybody that's on the screen has got a beard. So I'm not trying to piss anybody off this morning, right? Shiloh probably doesn't have one, but he's not turning on his video for us this morning. And Brandon Swift, who the heck? Brandon, who are you? Can you unmute or turn your camera on? Where's Brandon from? Bueller. How about Andrew Beaker? Can you kick your video on real quick so I can see who you are? I've seen the name a million times, but it seems like you guys don't like to show your faces. There's Brandon. What's up, big dog? Brandon, who do you work for? Looks like Casey's, maybe. You're muted.
Brandon's one of mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. How's things been going for you? How are your numbers looking, Brandon?
Not very good recently.
No, why not, brother?
Just starting the course process.
Go ahead and turn your video back off because you're dealing with some bandwidth issues. I just wanted to see who it was. And please be careful. I know you're driving. All right, go ahead. What were you saying, brother?
I'm just found out a month ago I'm getting a divorce. So that's kind of been occupying my mind and my time.
I'm sorry. It's really, really hard to hear. Something's been occupying your mind and time. What's been going on last month?
I'm getting a divorce.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sucks. Been through that. Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. So, look, if you need anybody to talk to, give me a call. All right.
All right. Thanks.
All right. It sucks. It really, really sucks. Divorce is a bitch. And it's super expensive. You know why?
Why?
Because it's worth it. Just kidding. But not really. I'll pray for you. You'll be in my prayers, brother. If you need anything, give me a call. I've been there, done that, and have consulted with people who've been there, done that. So I know it sucks. The best thing that the best advice I could give you is to keep your mind occupied, right? And then the other thing is, guys, we've got like something in the neighborhood of almost like 30,000 thoughts a day, I think it is. And like 90% of them are negative, right? And that's because God was trying to keep us, alive, right? He wanted us to survive. But our minds can be our biggest enemies, right? Brandon, have you heard me talk about the two circles, what happened, and the story that we tell ourselves about it?
Yeah, when I was in person in training in April.
Okay. At the mansion? At the theater?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not a bad thing to say it again because I probably forgot some of it.
For sure, man. Well, I'm working on getting out there to your guys' shop in the next couple of months. So, or maybe the next 45 days. If we can make that happen, then we'll definitely bring you up to speed a little bit more on that, or maybe we'll have a lunch or something, or a dinner. But guys, if you can, and you've got a piece of paper and a pencil in front of you, I'm going to go over this for everybody in the room real quick because some of you haven't heard it. Anybody going through shit right now, like me? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay, thanks for not making me feel alone. So I want you to imagine two circles being drawn on a piece of paper. Turn the paper landscaped-wise and just draw two circles. Actually, matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do. Don't even worry about that. Give me just 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can get on this meeting real quick with my tablet. Play some Jeopardy music for me, Angel.
Recording in progress.
All right, I'm almost there, guys. Okay. Whiteboards. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Is there anything on the screen that's in front of you or just a blank screen?
Just a white screen.
Awesome. Cool. So I'm going to have two circles here, and I don't want them to touch. And in the one on the left, I'm going to write what happened. And then on the right, I'm going to put my story. And I'm making these not touch for a specific reason. Is that full screen for you guys? Because this is the first time I've used the whiteboard app.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So in life, poo-poo happens, right? Shit happens. For the example of this purpose and what Brandon's going through, I remember not too long ago when I found out that my wife, not Brittany, my first wife, was cheating on me and had been cheating on me for almost 4 years. And it was going so far that I used to take my family, my kids, and that wife, I used to take her and them to Michigan every summer for like 7 to 8 weeks. And as it turned out, her boyfriend was also taking his kids and family to Michigan for 7 to 8 weeks and staying right down the road from us. As a matter of fact, turns out we even stayed in some of the same hotels on our trips. We would start our trips around the same time. They had like organized this so that they could sneak out of their hotel rooms and go do the nasty, right? Freaking awesome. That happened, right? So in life, there's what happened. And then there's the story we tell ourselves about it. And the reason that we tell ourselves a story about this is because we have to interpret everything. That's the human condition, right? We're searching for meaning. Somebody says something to you. Something happens, and you have to make it mean something. And the reason you have to make it mean something is because you are a meaning-making machine. You have to make everything mean something. So, what could I have made the fact that my wife was cheating on me for 4 friggin' years and doing all the stuff that I just told you she was doing? What could I have made that mean? Anybody? Let's go ahead and blurt it out. Boy, I'm sharing something really, really personal with you guys today, and you're not participating. What could I have made that mean?
Could have made it mean you weren't good enough. You could have made it mean she wasn't good enough. You could have made it mean really whatever you wanted it to.
Yeah, Brittany, what could I have made it mean?
Women are whores.
I knew she was going to say that. I could have made it mean anything, and it would have been me that created all of that. I'm going to say something to you guys that you're probably not going to grab right away, and if you do, I'm going to thank the Lord for it. Life is empty and meaningless. Life is empty and meaningless. What do I mean by that?
You got to make it yourself.
Yeah, you create all of the meaning for everything that happens to you. Her cheating and doing all that dirt meant absolutely nothing. Zero. Zilch nada. It meant nothing until I decided it did. Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
You are a meaning-making machine, and it happens automatically. Something happens, and immediately a thought pops into your head, and then you embrace it as if it was from the divine. You made it up. Okay? So what did I decide to make this mean for me? I decided that God was giving this to me as a part of my testimony so that I could speak into the lives of people like you, Brandon, so that we could relate maybe on a deeper level, that he was giving that to me so that I could make a difference in lives just like yours or anybody else that's in this room. Statistically, about half of us will go through this in our lives. So we need to be prepared when shit goes sideways in our lives to not make it mean something that it doesn't mean. Remember that everything that happens to you is completely meaningless. If you took your human consciousness out of it, it would be meaningless. All right? So where we get in trouble is when these two overlap. All right? When our story and what happens start to overlap. Instead, let's keep them separated. And next time some shit happens to you, go, okay, I remember this conversation that I had with Gene. XYZ happened. What did I make it mean? Look inside. What did I make it mean? I'm going to stop sharing this. Hang on a second. Boom. What did I make it mean? Because I'm a meaning-making machine, and I'm responsible for everything that I focus on. You're not responsible for the thoughts that pop into your head. Okay? But you are responsible for what you continue to feed. Does that make sense, Xavier? Cool. So when poo-poo happens today or tomorrow or this week or next month, remember the two circles. Remember that it's just what happened. And the story that you get to create about what it means is completely within your control. I hope that helps somebody this morning. I know that some of you are going through some shit that would wreck most people. Try to keep what happened and the story separated. And then pray. Talk to God. Ask for guidance. Look at his word. Okay? Because there are answers in there that you're not even going to believe. All right? And if you're not great at reading, just do what I do. Take the Bible app, turn it on, and hit play and listen to that guy explain it to you. Okay? I love you guys, and my heart hurts for you when you're going through stuff like this. So if you don't have my cell number, get it from somebody that you know, and or shoot me a message on Facebook, and I'd be more than happy to help you. Anything else while we got 2 minutes left this morning that you guys would like some help with? Remember, you got to speak up. All right, this is what I'm going to leave you with. And this is for you specifically that have not been participating and sit in the back of the class, right? We got Brian Dickman up here. Dykeman's sitting in the front of the class. We got Keenan sitting in the front of the class. They're speaking up, right? I want you to imagine that you're in a stadium right now. Could be basketball, football, baseball, whatever it is. And ask yourself, who are the people that are getting paid in that stadium? And who are the people that are paying to be there? And I want you to consider getting out of the stands and getting down on the court and playing the game. All right? Don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid. Nobody's going to laugh at you for any questions that you ask. Right, Keenan?
Correct.
I saw you
Well,
unmuted.
maybe.
Yeah, right. We won't laugh at you up in person. We'll laugh behind your back. Right? What's going on with you, dog?
Nothing, just at the office, bro. It's been kind of slow. Like I've only been getting. It's weird. I don't know. I've only been getting a couple appointments
Okay.
Same.
a day.
Do you have anything in the company that, you know, like leads that other people didn't close that you can follow up on?
They have like a dedicated closer
Oh, okay.
for that. So I
I
doubt
wonder
it.
if I wonder if that person could use any help closing stuff. Maybe
Right?
somebody that goes out into the field and is like, "Hey, we're going to tag team one of these bad boys." Never know.
That's a good idea.
I only have one or
I
two every
agree.
once in a while, bro. It's not that many. See, I'm telling myself a story. It's a story. It's not what happened. It's just a story.
It's just this week has been slow. So I don't know. But yeah, no, it's good. I mean, my last couple of paychecks have been like not great, not good, like a couple grand a week.
Hey, how close are you to Bartow?
Where's that, bro?
It's near Lakeland.
Oh, that's
You,
far.
you're up in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, I'm like closer
Okay,
to Georgia, bro. That's like
cool.
brief. Why?
Because I've got a client in Bartow that's near Lakeland that needs another couple technicians. That's all.
I mean, I'm always looking, but it has to be in Jacks.
Yeah, because you got all your whole life's there. All your other
Unfortunately,
businesses.
kind of like move, but yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, look, I'm going to land the plane at 7:01 my time, probably 10:01 your guys' time. Kick ass today, guys. And start talking positive to yourself. No negative self-talk today. All right, that's going to be the rule. You're not allowed to say anything negative to yourself about yourself today. Keep it positive. Build yourself up, because if you won't, nobody else will. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you Tuesday.
See ya.